This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
So I snapped it one day going about 120 mile an hour. That's what I do when I drive down there.
And co-host Marney Winfield.
There's a phrase on top that says, do what you love. I'm going to put that one in my office.
It is the 6th of January. The year is 2022. My name is Corey Winfield.
My name is Marney Winfield.
This is what?
What?
You're supposed to say, this is the 217 Recovery Podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right. We're not starting over either.
Let's start it over.
How's your day?
It's good. It's been good.
Nice.
It's been good. I'm learning new things. It's all good. I'm doing my shadowing of a different job that I'm learning about.
What is that?
Clinical therapist.
Oh, you fancy, huh?
I'm just learning. I'm not there yet.
Okay. And do you feel this career choice is going to help your recovery and sobriety?
I think it will. Absolutely. I think it will. I think it will help mine. And I think this goes for all people that are in recovery themselves, and in a helping profession, that there's something to be said of when you can say, I get it. I've been there. You know,
yeah,
it's genuine, and there's a connection there.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes people, when they're in early recovery, they listen to the podcast.
That's true. They do. And
not that they relate to us every time they listen. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they do, though. But our friend Justin, who's part of the 217 Recovery Board, he don't need us no more. He don't listen no more. He don't need us. He's good to go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. His recovery game's so tight. You don't need to listen to other people talk about recovery.
You could say whatever we wanted about him right now, and he wouldn't even know.
What's up, Anna? Nice blog today.
We're just kidding.
No, it was all right.
No, I meant like talking about people that don't listen.
I know. I still need to reach out to Anna and talk to her. I haven't talked to her in like a year.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, let's dive into that. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Okay.
Because it's been on my mind for a while.
Sure.
And man, I don't want to spill all of it on the podcast before I talk to her, but no, there was something that I don't want to say rubbed me the wrong way, but it kind of did. And I didn't hold resentments. I just kind of distanced myself. Mm-hmm. That's the only way I knew to kind of handle it. Mm-hmm. You know, I felt hurt. So I just was like, it is what it is. And she makes decisions that she makes based on what she wants to do. Who am I? Mm-hmm. And then there's some other things, you know, because that kind of came to light and some of the things popped up. And I was like, I don't like the way this is going right now. Maybe we should evaluate, you know, what's going on. And I don't know. I haven't really talked to her about any of that. Mm-hmm. And then the relapse happened. And I was like, okay, well, I wish her, you know, a speedy recovery to get back on track. And to my knowledge, she has, and she is. And that's good. And she was like, oh, no, because I was texting back and forth. And she was like, well, you're still going to let me do the blog, right? And I was like, of course. You know, like, this is part of your story. People do relapse. It just shows that you're human. I wouldn't say you can't do a blog for us now. I mean, this is the time where people want to see you get back up.
Right.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I just still think that we need to talk. And that's something that I need to do a better job at, is communicating with people. But sometimes I like to avoid confrontation. Mm-hmm. There was some stuff thrown out when it was like last summer. We were going through some stuff with pregnancy, and all of a sudden she hits me out of nowhere, like, hey, do this and do this. I'm like, no, like, why would I do that? And this person, why would I block that person from our Facebook page? Mm-hmm. Like, that makes no sense. This person has done nothing to us, and actually is a big supporter of 217 Recovery. Why would I do that? Mm-hmm. And then it got turned into, oh, well, if it was something that affected you, Corey, then it would be different, because there was that crazy lady, Susan Peachy Smith or whatever the hell her name was. And she was like, she needs help, you know, and she's supposed to be some kind of thing. I don't even believe anything that comes out of her mouth, but she was saying that she was like some therapist or something. But she was getting on people's profiles who liked us. She sent Matt like a a journal one time, and I thought for sure she was going to come knock on the door, like, I'm here. I'm like, why did you give her our address, man? But, so I told Anna, I was like, would you please tell this lady to be gone? And she did. But there was good reason behind that. I had good reason. It wasn't just because somebody made me mad, No, this woman like clearly needs help. It's a lot different, but she threw that back in my face a little bit. And I was like, oh, okay. Because a lot of times pretty much every time, if you're dealing with a person who has rash emotions, you say something, then they take the defensive position and they start firing back. Mm-hmm. I tried my best not to react to the situation, so I didn't even respond at first. And then I did, but in a way that I wanted to. I wasn't reacting. I was acting the way I did respond. And I don't know. It just kind of got cleared up. And like I said, you and I were dealing with other issues that, in my mind, 100 billion times more important than, block this guy. No, I have other things like life going on right now. So, I think it would be a good opportunity, but I tried to reach out, and I guess I just didn't try hard enough. But she was like, "Oh, I'm busy. I'm painting. I'm working this and that." And I'm always busy too. So
right.
But still, I need to make time to reach out and just kind of clear the air. And I really do think I need to kind of explain to her, like, hey, when this went down, and I'm not just the whole Facebook thing or whatever, but when this went down, my feelings were hurt, and maybe that's why I kind of distanced myself from you, and it probably is why. I'm telling you right now, it is why. So,
and lots of times that's all it really takes is to set aside enough time to really just, like you said, then the best word to say it is to clear the air. Just like, this is how I was feeling and why. The whole, like, I felt this because, and then, because all your feelings are valid.
Yeah.
And there's usually always reasoning behind both sides. It's just there's misunderstanding and people jump to conclusions and there's that, like, people want immediate responses to certain things when they don't know what's going on in the other person's life, Yeah, so you taking all those things into consideration usually. But, I mean, I don't think you were in the wrong to kind of just, like, pull away and, just let things kind of simmer down just because, for that exact reason is people, and this goes for everybody. There's other people that have stuff going on in their life. I've reached out before to my mom, and she had a bunch of stuff going on with my sister. And I was like, why isn't she getting back to me? Like, why isn't she talking to me and telling me good job on, this thing that I forwarded her from my grad school? Like, does she not care? And I got immediately defensive about it. And she's just like, oh, I've been dealing with, other things. And then I felt like a jackass.
So was that your Marney? Did you just do a voice of yourself?
Kind of, I guess.
What was your voice again?
I can't remember.
See, so when I do it and you say it's off, it's really not.
Well, no, it's because I was adding the attitude into the voice.
Hi, I'm Marney.
No, that's not how.
That's how you do it. You have to listen back.
And plus, that was more me in, like, my head. So that is my head nagging voice, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering. I mean, we can get back into the conversation here, but one thing that she did say to me, and like some of the stuff that I remember the text, and she was like, "What am I? Just a blog writer?" And at first I wanted to fire back and be like, "You tell me, Anna." I don't know. I just then I was like, I wanted to jump back in there and like, well, fire back, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. But I think for sure she's felt like I have backed away. Our relationship, we used to be pretty good friends. And I mean, heck, was it when I turned 42? We went up to see her, and I mean, we crashed at her crib, did a podcast, talking about Bigfoot. We had a good time. Mm-hmm. And then, so it's like, it goes from doing like that and being that and having that kind of friendship and relationship to being like this, we're on the outs and we're just going to go into different rooms, like we're going to, I don't know, I'm just imagining like we're kids or something. We're just going to turn our back to each other and you just do your thing and I'll do mine. Mm-hmm. And I don't really want it to be that way. And not that it's gotten like that or not that it is like that, but I just, I just feel like I probably should reach out and it's about time. And if anything for myself,
Absolutely. It's exactly it. And,
You know?
and the whole, we talked about this today, is about forgiveness. And it's so true, is that, you know, forgiveness is not necessarily for another person. It's for yourself.
That's what Anna's blog said today too.
Yeah.
It was about that, you know.
Well, that's perfect then.
We've heard a while ago, and it is, you know, like if I say, "Oh, Mom, I'm sorry," do I mean it? You know, am I really sorry? You know, and she doesn't have to accept it.
Right.
But I at least said, you know what? Here's what I was thinking. Here's what I was doing. Here's how it went. Was I wrong? Probably, but let's start anew.
Yeah, and if
You know,
you're
and-
sincere and you're standing behind everything that you're saying and it's from the heart, then, and even if they, you're right, even if they don't accept it, that in itself is freeing.
Yeah, and that's all I can do.
That's all you can expect. Yeah.
You know, some people get mad when they don't get the sorry accepted. You know, and maybe this is the, you know, like when we would drink after we promised we wouldn't.
Yeah.
And here we go again. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, bro. Sorry, sis. Yeah, they don't care. They're not gonna. No, it doesn't matter. You know, and then we learned, okay, well, they don't really want to hear that anymore, so let me just show them.
And like, what are they supposed to say to you? It's okay, because it's not.
Right.
It's not okay that you did that.
Right, but you're not a bad person because it happened either. You know, it's
Right.
just things need to be figured out in a different way, and we learned that the hard way. You know, because we were holding on to that. Well, damn it, I can one day I'm gonna be able to drink, and you know what? That could be this weekend. Let's just start it up, just today. And I've heard so many people say it, and myself included, that we still want to just get away with it, or still want to drink like that, and we're so caught up into wanting it that we don't even stop to realize that it's not even that good. Like, our brain tricks us and tells us, oh man, like it paints this beautiful picture, and we're out in the sun, just on the golf course or wherever, you know, we're just having a great time, got a buzz going, it's fun, people are laughing. That's not how it even goes. You're out there, you suck, it's hot, you're sweating. All you're worried about is, do we have enough beer? Do we need to stop to get more? Maybe we should get some hard liquor, maybe hide that in our pants, or, you know, whatever. Like, that's all you're thinking about. Like, there's no fun time being had. And the buzz is not even that good. It's not. You know, I found that out one of the last times I drank. It was just like, what in the hell? I remember that, just thinking, this is not even good. Like, where's that feeling that my brain was telling me that I was going to get? Because I am not getting it. Maybe I'll just need to drink more.
Right.
Which, of course, I did. And then I never got the feeling. And I was like, man, my brain was a liar. It lied to me. But it did, and it does, and that's what happens. But, yeah, I'll reach out, and of course I'll be sincere with it, because I am. You know, I care about Anna, and there should be some kind of communication between us. You know, it doesn't have to be a text every day. Hey, you know,
Right.
but just hey, you know, like if you're having a bad day, or if you're having a great day, or if you got an idea, or if you want to do something, you know, let's get it done. Let's do it. You know, and I think maybe she was hurt when I took the podcast down, because she did a podcast once a year, and come on, you got to give me some laughter.
Oh, wow. I didn't know if that was actually like the actual number.
No, it was one. It was like a year had gone by, or just about had gone by. And I was like, you know what? And it was right, I think, when we were applying to be the Recovery Community Organization. We're getting ready to do that, and they're going to be looking into our stuff. So I just wanted to make sure that stuff was fresh. You know, if they go check out our website and they're like, oh, let me check this. Oh, they haven't done a podcast on here in a year. Oh, they relapsed. Because that's what I think immediately.
Yeah.
If I go to another, and this hasn't happened in a while because I haven't really done it, but in the early days, I would go to other recovery podcasts and I would listen to them. And I would notice how many of them just done.
Stop.
Yeah, like they do like a few months and then done. Maybe a year, and then it would be like they would do like once a week, doom, 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 doom. And then it was like once every 2 months, once every 3, done. You know, this like, oh my God, like it's kind of like the first sign. So I was just like, you know, I'm gonna take it down, and I did. And then I don't even think she noticed for like a month or two. And then I think she was getting ready to do one or something, and was like, hey, how come I can't log on? And I was like, oh, yeah, about that. And maybe I should have told her. I don't know, but I mean, I did tell her eventually. Yeah, and maybe I handled that wrong, but getting a lot of people now trying to start their own. I was talking about Joe the other day, and then Eric reached out, and bless his heart, he said he wanted to start a vlog. Which cool, man. I'm all about it. If you're doing something that helps you in your recovery, keeps you sober, do it. But Eric, I don't think knows what a vlog is. It's not a bad thing, Eric. Okay, a blog is something you write. It's what Anna has. You can get it at 217recovery.com. You can check it out on our 217 Recovery app. A vlog is a video version of that. So if I was to write a vlog or be on a vlog, I would be like posting a video on YouTube going, hey, what's up, it's Corey. Feeling today, is probably should reach out to Anna, make up a little bit, forgiveness, blah, 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 blah. All right, thanks, see you. But he said he was going to do a vlog with this other guy, and they were going to do in which I think this is a great idea. I just don't think it's a vlog. I think it's just a video channel.
Okay.
Which I'm down for. But him and this other guy, because he's more of an opiate guy. He was a pill guy, Eric was. And his other buddy's AA guy, but he enjoys going to AA, and he kind of wants to talk about how he learns from AA as a pill guy, because he wasn't a drinker, and he hears all this drinking this and drinking that. And it will be interesting, how does he, in his brain, like when he hears somebody say, like, I will never have a drink again, or, whatever they're saying about drinking, does he like just substitute, I'll never take that pill again? Or I don't know. It'll be interesting. And he's coming by not this Saturday, but next Saturday. We're going to do a podcast about it. We're going to vlog about it. No, we're going to do the video.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I think it is too. And I told him, get a website. Told him what we used when we first started off. It was real cheap. It was called Universe. And it might be for Androids now, but back then when we started in 2019, it was only for Apple. They might have changed it. I don't know. But he does have Apple. So I'm like, there you go. Maybe it was like $10 a month. It was sweet. It was kind of on the cheesy side. But since I knew like Photoshop and InDesign and stuff like that, I could create the logos, the images that I wanted to throw up on the background. So that made it a lot easier. But $10 a month.
Right.
It's not bad. And what he's going to use the website for is just kind of tell about himself and I don't know, whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. What's he going to call it? Did he get that far?
No, I asked him. And I think he started laughing.
Oh. So many ideas.
But yeah, that's cool that people are reaching out. And, I had mentioned a few weeks ago that I would like to start having people not go off of us, but like be a part of the 217 Recovery Network, I guess you could say. Or somebody wants to write a blog. Hey, here you go. It don't cost you anything.
Right.
Somebody wants to do a podcast. All right. Let me hear what you got and let's see. And maybe I can help, maybe not. But yeah, we can use you on the 217 platform.
I think a lot of times people get intimidated by the commitment of those things. And I mean, maybe something we could do, and I'm kind of just bringing this up for right now and with no warning, but if people like the individual that posted the other day that you reposted her.
Tracy.
Yeah.
Blocker.
Yeah. It was kind of like a testimonial kind of situation. It's not something that she probably obviously posts all the time. It's not something that she's going to plan on even maybe doing anything regularly. It's just something that was a really big thing that she needed to get off her chest. And I mean, that was freaking beautiful. And to have things like that, I mean, if anybody posts something like that, send it our way. Or if you don't want to post it on Facebook because you're not social media kind of thing, because some people are anti-Facebook, which I get. But if you want it just to be more geared towards the 217 recovery stuff. I mean, for the recovery community to be able to access it, then, because we read that stuff and we get it. There's no danger there to let that stuff be. And if anything, definitely it helps people.
Yeah. And when I saw her, the first line was like 5 months ago. It was just boom right away. I knew, this is like a recovery post. So I did read it and I posted on my blog, I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
And it was just so raw and vulnerable. And, she said she was scared to post it. But when you do stuff like that, you really take a step forward in your recovery.
It's growth. And
when I stopped hiding it, which I wasn't hiding it anyway, and said, F it, I'm going to do a podcast and talk about it. It was a game changer. It really was. I wasn't afraid of what people thought of me anymore. This is a new me. This is exciting. I'm going to create something and do something awesome with my life. And you want to judge me on the past? Go ahead, man.
Right.
I don't live there anymore. I'm moving on, and you can stay stuck there, but I got dreams. I got goals. And yeah, that was huge for me to step out from, I guess, the shadows and just be like, boom, here I am. This is me.
Yeah.
And once you start doing that, it feels good. I don't have to hide it anymore. I don't have to feel uncomfortable when even the waitress was like, you guys want to start out with some drinks? We got $2 wells. And I'm like, no, I'll take them wings though, or whatever I said. But I don't feel uncomfortable. It's just way of life for me now. I don't drink well drinks,
Right.
I drink Diet Coke, maybe some lemonade, but it's just a game changer, And so for her, I'm sure she'll tell you the same thing. She probably heard more good things about that. And I know, like, me reaching out and putting it on our blog, I think was a big thing for her too.
Yeah.
She's like, wow, just to have that on somewhere else, like someone to see that and realize that was a huge moment for her, and to help other people with it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like Marney said, reach out.
Yeah, but if people have stuff like that they want to share, or if you journal and you don't, put it in the computer, it's something that you keep, in a notebook or whatever, and it's something that you feel like you want to share, then, type it up and send it along.
Did you know that when we first started on our website, that $10 a month one, Anna would text me, and her blog was daily. It was the not anagram. What was it called? Maybe it was called the Daily Anagram. I don't know, something like that. But it was every day. I told her, I was like, I want you to do it every day. She's like, okay. Mm-hmm. I was like, every day. So she would text me every single day her blog, and then I would copy and paste it.
Okay.
Go into because she didn't have an iPhone, or you could only have one person with access, or I don't remember what it was.
Uh-huh.
But so I'd have to go in every day as well, upload it, change the font, change the color of the font, center it, move it over, it was crazy, the stuff that we did. And now it's so much easier. I mean, she can post it from her phone now, we have a actual website, and she can log on through her phone, because there's like a cheap website app, which I hope people don't get that confused with our actual app that you get from the Google Play Store and the Apple Store. But yeah, I mean, it's very simple for someone to do, and, just bang it out on your phone and boom, it's there. Mm-hmm. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're interested, holla.
For sure.
If you want to do a podcast, holla. Give you a shot. I remember one time we were trying to, and Parker, man, he knocked it out of the park. He was going to court like the next day or next week, and he was like freaking out about it. And he had always Parker's a funny guy, and he likes to entertain people. And he was just kind of hanging out. We had him on the podcast a few times. Hilarious podcast back in 2019. I think Parker Goes to Church or something like that. Parker and the Church Ladies. The episode's something like that, but it's hilarious. Go back and listen. And he talks about like this older woman at church was hitting on him, and they had to end it because she was the mail lady too or something. It was freaking hilarious. But we told him, hey, like, think of a name, do it, and he kind of kicked around with a couple other guys in the house. Nathan's house is where we're living, sober living at the time. And he did it, and it was great. And then I think some of the guys in the house started kind of making fun of him, razzing him a little bit, like, oh yeah, we podcasting now. And he didn't like the razzing. He didn't like the teasing. So he just was like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. It's not for me. I mean, his attitude just changed totally. Like, so I'm thinking the guys kind of got to him, but it's not for everybody. And like you brought up earlier, the commitment is real. And people will tell you, like, if you want to be successful, if you want people to listen, if you want people to follow you, like, you got to be on point with it. Now, I started it just for the fact that I could do it at night. That keeps me sober all day. And Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays is when we started doing them. And I'm like, man, that's pretty good. Because Mondays we had our house meeting. Had to be sober for that, which brought me right into Tuesday. And then something was Wednesday. I think a meeting we went to in Charlevoix. So boom, that kept me sober. And then Thursday we had another meeting somewhere. But then we'd come back, and we usually do that one pretty late. And then Saturdays we would go to Charlevoix and hit Charlevoix Pizza Company, which then we started doing the podcast from, which was fun. And then Sunday was like, hey man, let's kick it, So there was a reason and a madness there was a method to the madness, I guess is what I was trying to say there. But so that's why we started doing them all. And now I didn't do one last week. Marney's replay is on Sunday, but it's a little different now, but you have to be consistent with it. So if you want to do it once a week, do it once a week, but you have to commit to it. Otherwise you're going to be the guy that, you put one out. Okay, cool. And then fart in the wind, man.
Yeah.
People forget about you. Well, sometimes depends how bad the fart was.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying. Not having a gallbladder, I think, makes me more gassy. Anyway, that's just a statement, a fact of my life that's going on right now. What are you saying?
I was going to say a lot of times, though, is people look forward to it. People get accustomed to being able to count on it Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, And, we, like we were talking about earlier, we're people too. We're just human beings. And life throws you curveballs sometimes. And, you can't always be on point, all the time, because you had to take some time off because you were ill, like you can't do a podcast that's inspirational when you're not feeling well, that kind of thing. But it's nice to know that people have gotten used to that consistency, because it has been now 2+ years that you've been doing these 4 times a week, religiously. So there's something to be said about that.
Yeah, but I knew from the jump that this is something that once I set the dates, we got to stick to it. I remember I called Rob and Matt because they were ones that were on with me. And I think Ryan, not Ryan Beckman, but this other Ryan Schnodick or whatever his name is. I don't know. I can't say it.
I don't know. I don't think you've ever once said it the right way, so I can't say what it is.
It's not Smith.
Okay.
It's like Schnodick.
How about just S?
Schnodick.
How about just S? Call him
Ryan S.
Ryan S.
Let's not giving him proper credit. He was a big part of starting the podcast. The one who told me he was disappointed in me. I hadn't started it yet. I got a treatment week before he did. And he's like, I'm just disappointed. It's not started. The shit you were talking that, and I get out and you're not even starting it yet. Like, what are you doing? Wow. Dude's right, though.
That stings.
He lit that fire. It's people like that. And I sent him a t-shirt a month ago. I don't know. Time's flying. But I remember sitting at the table, those guys, and saying, look, what days should we do these, blah, 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 blah. And like, all right, but once we do this, I'm going to put on the website. We're stuck. We're doing it. Yeah, that's okay. And they start dropping like flies. Zoom, 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 zoom. And then there's Ryan Beckman standing there. Need some help? Sure, bud. Let's go. It was, it was bigger than what I thought it was going to be when we started it. And at the same time, I knew the workload it was going to take, and I was willing to do it. And I wasn't happy with our equipment, but I did with what we had,
Right.
I was broke as hell, but, was able to add here and add there. And I don't know. I would tell them guys, I'm going to have a studio one day. Like, it's going to be badass. I'm going to have the things that I want, and boom. I got it. Now I want to make it bigger. Have I told you about the bigger studio I needed or that I wanted that I was going to have one day?
One day, yeah.
What about that boat?
No boats.
I told you about a boat.
No boats.
One time I was talking about a boat with Beckman, and we might have talked about it on the podcast, but it was like a inflatable boat. He was like, we should get one of these and do a podcast from Lake Charlevoix or whatever the hell it was. And I was like, yeah, we thought about it. It was like $200. I'm like, how long do you think that would last? And then we're going to lose our computer.
Right.
I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. That seems like a bad idea.
Just keep it docked. A little inflatable 217 recovery boat. I was like, yeah, how about we get some more microphones instead of a boat? It's inflatable. But yeah, so if it's something that interests you, reach out. It's very easy to get a hold of us. Emails on the website, Facebook, whatever. You can find us.
Yep.
And if you would like to donate too, feel free. Help us pay for the things. We're going to drop off a bunch of stuff to Sunrise Treatment Center in Alpena, like we did with Addiction Treatment Services in Traverse City. We got new bedding, pillows, underwear, washcloths, socks, thing to scrub the shower with.
Yep.
It's automatic, like electric. It's awesome. Change your life. Really will. It's up there with air conditioning and electric vacuums. Not electric vacuums, but cordless vacuums.
There you go.
Those are life changers.
That's a high priority. That's a big deal.
Once you start using it, you won't ever. I mean, it's that kind of high level. But yeah, donate. Just start a fundraiser on your birthday on Facebook. You can do that. You can donate right through our website. The app that we use that does that, they take a certain percent of it, but that's why I mentioned Facebook, because they don't take anything.
Right.
So that's very nice.
So anytime that you have your birthday that you are posting, you can choose a nonprofit, and we're available.
Yeah.
On there. I
appreciate it. And some people do that, and it's very awesome. And it surprises me because it doesn't say, hey, so-and-so just created a fundraiser for you.
Right.
I find out about it later when they're like, boom, here's how much is coming because so-and-so. But I don't even think they tell me who it was at that point either.
Really?
Yeah.
How do we ever?
No. Maybe it does tell us, but I have to click something, which I never click. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it is, because that's how I found the last people who did it for like Giving Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Lainey. And yeah. Thanks.
And Eric did one too.
Yeah. And Dawn, I think. And then Sarah. Not Sarah Evans, though. Country singer.
Yeah. No, not Sarah Evans.
No. But yeah, I need to look at that more. But yeah, feel free, though. We really do appreciate it. And, we do good things with it. It helps pay for our website, the app, sheets, pillows, socks, underwear, washcloths that we drop off at treatment centers. So those are things that people, like toothbrushes and deodorant. Okay, they'll get that all day. But it's the little things like underwear, man. People wouldn't think like, well, underwear. And then it's not just medium underwear. You need large, small, extra large, double. I mean, you need all of it, men and women. And that's expensive. Let me tell you. Underwear, ain't no joke.
Yeah, it's pricey.
Yeah, and socks, you can get a deal on them, but then they're crappy, and we don't want to give people crappy socks. Same thing with the washcloths. Like, we didn't buy the most expensive ones, but they weren't cheap. I mean, we ended up buying some for the house here.
Yeah, they're not. I like them.
I like them too. You know, I'd never been to a treatment center that had those kind of washcloths. Never. So it's the little things, which we should probably look into towels next. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for listening. And thank you for showing support to us. Yeah. I know it really means a lot to me.
We appreciate it.
With that said, Anna and Justin didn't listen tonight. So anybody else we want to throw a shout out to? We haven't done that in a while.
Or somebody's listening to this who knows Anna or Justin. Tell them that we talked about them.
Yeah, just tell them Corey and Marney don't F with you no more. Like, you're not friends with them or something?
No, this is all love. This is all love that we're saying this from. So,
well, let's do some shout outs. When we hit the button, the sounder. No, I won't, because you told me never hit it again.
Oh, that is. You can hit it if you want.
No.
Oh, okay.
I think I erased it.
I got a shout out to Samantha T. She's going to hopefully be on our podcast soon. She's been listening regularly.
Yeah.
Loving it. She thinks you're hilarious.
Aww.
I know.
That's so
I'm
sweet.
like, you try dealing with them all the time. No, I'm just kidding.
You got hurts all the laughter provided around the house here.
Right? No. Shout out to Carrie, and shout out to Nancy, and shout out to Susan. Shout out to Emmy. Shout out to Matt. And shout out to Lindsay. Hope she's doing good.
I want to shout out to my man Dylan Marble. Been thinking about him a lot, and that's all I got.
Okay.
See, it's more meaningful.
Okay. Well, mine were meaningful.
Oh yeah, yours were. I mean, I'm for me though, because I can just rattle off 20 names, and be like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'm picking one from now on. I'm picking one person to shout out to.
Dylan, dang man.
I know I've been thinking about him a lot lately. I just haven't hit him up yet.
Okay.
Just be like, hey, how you doing, bud?
Cool.
Yeah. Well, we'll be back on Saturday with, I don't know, probably not a guest, but
back on Saturday.
Yeah. Take care. Yeah, take care and tell your mom I said hello.
All right. Night, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. For more episodes plus bonus features, download the 217 Recovery app and support recovery by rating us in the App Store.